Hi, welcome back to Vaguely Inconsistent, episode 5. We made it a whole month and a week, joined by Duke
What up?
and Lou.
Yo, episode 5. We know what that's about.
Yeah. The podcast strikes back.
Yes. Obviously, this will be the best episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be glad you're listening
And
to
it'll
it.
end very sad, obviously. The bad guys don't win.
Just start here and then work your way backwards.
Yep. I think that's what our numbers
Right.
show.
This is when Duke finds out that I am his father.
Whoa, wait a second.
Twist. There's a twist.
Lou was
So he's
two
gonna
if
cut
he
his
had
hand
me.
off. That'd be a dick move.
I mean, if I cut his hand off, he'd have less opportunity for his dick. So
Depends on which hand. Let's just be real.
Fair. Totally fair.
How's your guys'
Doing-
week?
Oh my god.
it was good.
You go first, Jack. You go first.
Spring break, so like we do, went to Disneyland.
Nuh-uh.
I know, right? Amazing. It's a super shock. It wasn't horrible. I don't know if it's everybody's spring break or what, but it was ours here.
We're in the middle of it. Or the beginning of it.
Ours is over. The girls have been back in school all week. So we left Friday morning, afternoonish. Spent half the evening at Disneyland and then all day Saturday. Not all day enough to get a breakfast Ronto wrap though. Somebody was tired. We got there by the time we got there, it was before 10:30, but the pre-order window, like the order window, was after 10:30. So sad panda.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a regular Ronto wrap or you just skip it?
Later in the afternoon, the big one wanted one, so I'm like, okay, cool. So I ordered it. Right, we get it. We sit down, and she's like, "You got the vegan one." I'm like, but you know what? It's not horrible. I'm like, okay, I'll order you another one. And I ate the vegan one. It's not the first time we've had it, but it's not horrible. It has like a fake sausage on it. Still has the slaw and the sauce and everything. It wasn't bad.
Man.
It didn't give me the shits either, so that's a win.
known,
bonus,
again,
yeah.
That is known as a side dish. It did not have meat, therefore side
It was
dish.
a fake meat.
That's not meat. Side dish.
It was sausage shaped and sausage flavored. Soy.
That's what she said.
I was like, hey-oh.
Hey, we made it 5 episodes before we did a That's What She Said. That's pretty good, I think.
Right? I'm so mature.
Considering
Held back
how
well.
often it gets used in the text thread.
Right? I don't even think I spent any money. Not a
What?
lot. On myself, anyways. Well, they haven't had any new lightsabers.
Oh,
So
all right.
after Kanan, what more do you need?
True.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like all these Sith lightsabers,
I'm all like,
Insidious, Dooku.
that would be it. Oh, and Mace Windu.
Asajj Ventress.
You
They
know,
did
though,
have her new set.
I actually don't like the curve style of it. It messes with my OCD. I mean,
Really?
yeah, it's again on screen, all that. It's fine, but if I had it displayed, like I have all these straight sabers, and then there's this curve. Oh my god, I'd have to go in a different room or something. I can't have it.
Lou's on Instagram, like hammering it out. Like, nope, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Okay.
be straight.
Unacceptable.
Somebody heat this up so I can that curve. No, that's not working for me. That was it, Jack. So Disney didn't spend too much, huh?
No, not on me. The big one, they had an art sale there from Thomas Kincaid.
Oh, that's right.
So she wanted a couple of the Aristocats.
Prolific.
They were actually
Okay.
canvases. They're pretty nice.
Damn, I do like Thomas Kincaid.
Yeah, and so they had Aristocats. That's her jam. And I didn't know because they had 2 artists there signing, so they would do a sketch on the back, like where this certificate of authenticity is. And so there were 2 artists. The girl artist had like no line, so I stood in the other artist while they went over there. And when we got up there, he's like, "Oh, this is like one of the first solo paintings I did for the studio," and he signed it for her, talked to her. Critiqued some of her art, gave her advice on it. It was pretty cool.
So,
Yeah, right on.
so Thomas Kincaid is just a brand.
Yeah, because he's no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, but it's not like Bob Ross where they're just like you go to like the shop in Florida and there's a ton of ones that he did when he was working.
Right? Yeah. No.
So
No.
they're
It's a
it's a
studio now.
okay, it's a
Yeah.
business now as
Yeah.
opposed to
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
So
I never paid that close of attention to it. So
I didn't either. But I guess when Thomas Kincaid was alive, he would go around and do these shows, and he would draw, like a remark, as they
yeah,
call them, and sign stuff. So they keep doing that, even though it's not the artist that necessarily painted the painting that you're buying. It's a tradition, just something they keep going for him. It's kind of cool. It's cool to see different stuff. Like we go to Disney enough that we can do different things. You know, it's not we get there right when they open. We got to do all the rides. We can do stuff. We just eat and do a shopping day. It's just kind of cool to like kick back and do something different.
it's fine
Yeah.
to wait in line for an hour for something
Exactly.
where
I mean,
everybody else that's there is like, oh,
I've gone there twice now since '95. Last time was 18 months ago. Next time I go, all I'm saying is I'm trying to get there when they open. I don't get there enough to be.
Oh yeah. No, like when we go with you guys for sure. I mean, you're
Mhm.
paying to go. Our season passes or whatever.
Yeah.
But since you're paying like cold hard cash to go, I'll get up and we'll go.
Maximize that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, man, I don't know. The last time when we went to DCA last time, dude, I don't know that whole experience just soured me. Oh, see, your heart even you even got like a heart palpitation there when I mentioned it because
Hmm.
you were like, oh, it was just that whole day was just a shitty day. Like it
Come
was.
on, you got to expand now. What the hell? Now I'm curious. What the hell happened?
Well, so in January, I guess I should have known that the rest of my week was going to suck based on how DCA was. Long story long, I went down. Was Martin Luther King weekend, and there was also a half marathon that was going on that Jack was going to take part
Oh,
in, and then forgot to sign up for.
It's-
So
Yep.
I had already like bought my plane tickets and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go," like blah blah blah. And so the dates he gave me was like Wednesday to Sunday or Monday, and I was like, "Cool." So I bought my tickets and everything, and he's like, "Oh, we're not going to be there till Friday," and I was like, "Oh, I guess I got to figure out something to do now," which made it work. But then we ended up going to Disneyland on Saturday, and because of the marathon, nothing was available on Sunday. So we went to
Okay.
DCA on Monday, and we show up there, and it is just wall to wall people. And then we're like, well, let's go get on the Cars ride. Cars ride breaks down. Well, let's go get some food. Hour and a half long wait for food.
Good Lord.
What else was we went to Avengers Campus,
Hmm.
and because of Jack's Little, we're able to, typically bypass the super long lines, and even the lightning lane for the web shooter ride, the Spider-Man ride, we stood in that line for like 45 minutes. It was crazy. And people were like cutting in line, and like the line was folding over on itself. And like, the people there, like, I'm not saying that any of the cast members were bad necessarily. They just seemed like nobody knew what to do. Like, it was finally until somebody who you could tell had been there for a while, like came out and was like, everybody get in line, like get in the fucking line, like straighten it out. Okay, turn it back, like get the posts out
Yep.
here,
Let's
get
put
the
up some
ropes
rope
out
here.
here.
Yep.
Like somebody came and took control over everything because everybody else is just like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And you're like, guys, like this is your job. Like, come on. And then after the Spider-Man thing, it was just like, I don't even want to be here anymore. They were like, we didn't even go on like Little Mermaid or anything, which is like the stuff we do for the kids, right? Like there's stuff we do for the kids when we go to DCA as we experienced last time when we were all together. And like there was just by the end of that experience, everybody was just like done. It was like, okay, I'm ready
We're
to
like,
go
no.
now. Like
We went to Roscoe's,
Wow.
chicken and waffles.
Yeah, I mean, we got some. We
That shit was
we did
good
a little.
too.
We did a little on the way out shopping, but I mean, we were there maybe 4 hours, maybe.
Yeah,
Like
it was a full day for
Wow.
sure.
it
Yeah,
was, but
Damn.
it was terrible. The whole time was terrible. Like the
but it's the first time they've had the Disneyland Marathon back too, so that was a big deal. I mean, it was going to be crowded that weekend,
yeah,
either
yeah.
way. But because it's
But
the first one they've had back since COVID, it was
Oh,
a
On
big deal.
wow.
Disney on Saturday was fine. Like,
That's because they all had to sleep for the get
I
up at
guess so.
6 a.m., 3 a.m.
But
for the marathon the next day. But come Monday, everybody's already done running
yeah,
and they want to
Now
walk around and show
everybody
off that bling.
everybody crowds the park at that point because all your weekend shit is done.
Yep.
but then it also told me it was like, okay, I'm more of a Disney guy than a DCA guy for sure. Like I like
Oh yeah,
Avengers
for sure.
Campus and everything, but there just isn't enough there, and there's not enough
No.
other stuff there for me to for me to like being again going back to last week talking about Toy Story. Toy Story and the rides and everything are fine, but I don't look forward to them. You know what I'm saying? Even the carousel, we waited in line for the stupid carousel, and that broke down while we were in line. Like,
Man,
Yep.
I don't know. I guess for me, since I haven't, I know you guys are down there. You guys went a lot years ago. For me, having only been like I said a couple times, grad night for my friend back in '95, and then September, what was it, 22? September 22 we went.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
last year's September 22 we
Yeah.
went. So I couldn't say for me if there's enough to do at DCA versus Disney yet, because y'all saw me. I soaked it all in. I was like the 7-year-old,
yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
a kid. I was like, oh my god, my eyes were wide. We did, I think, everything we wanted to at DCA that first day.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
went, and I remember
We even doubled back on
enjoying
some
every.
stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember doing the Cars ride. I think we did twice.
Yeah.
We did Cars. We did Little Mermaid twice.
We did that twice. I think we started at the what is it? The Cars, the Mater bumper car
we
looking
did the
thing. Whatever that was.
Luigi's. We did the Luigi.
Oh, that was towards
the
the end of the
dancing
night.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dancing
the
cars
back-
was end of the night.
The one where we
Soarin'.
everyone threw our back out.
But
Yeah.
isn't DCA where we saw the water show, the light laser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I had a good time there. I enjoyed all that. I need more experience. So like Disney, I will admit, I remember more on the Disney side but that's Star Wars land, right? Galaxy's Edge is over there.
Yeah, I mean, that's
And
why
then-
we were there.
Exactly. And Duke and I did Star Tours at the end of the night for like an hour and a half to end the night. So
Yeah.
so it was cool. But I like the way you're saying DCA, well, there's not as much or whatever to do. I may think that eventually, but right now I'm still on the 7-year-old mindset of, oh my God,
right.
I want to do all this still. So
Did you guys see the video last week, or it might have been 2 weeks ago, of Patrick Warburton coming out
Dude, I would have
introducing?
lost my shit if that man came out.
So
I would have squealed like a
was
fangirl.
so Brock Sampson, the Tick, does the voiceover for Soren. So I don't know the context, but I think Jack, I'm sure you know, but it used to be Soarin' over California, and it was only
Right.
California locations. So you do San Francisco, you do
LA,
San Diego, LA,
some of the beaches,
yeah.
the orange groves.
and then so you'd be flying, and as they went over the orange groves, they would spray the orange scent in your face.
oh,
type
that
of
right?
thing.
Okay, I'm all like, what are y'all talking?
But then
I
they
remember now.
changed it to Soarin' around the world. So then then it became a world thing. But then they changed it back to Soaring over California for some maybe the anniversary.
It's the food and wine. No, they bring it back
food.
in March, whatever. Yeah, around March for their food and wine festival. They change it back to California for like a month or so.
Okay, so right now it's at Soaring over California
Right.
again. And when they switched it over, he showed up in his outfit that he wears during the introduction and let people in as the narrator, right? And so
Right.
it's just a bunch of
chief
people
flight
wearing
attendant.
Mickey ears losing their shit because they're like, oh,
Yeah.
like he's actually
It's
here saying,
Patrick.
make sure you put your seatbelt on, like that
Right.
type of thing, you know.
Nice work, pal.
So yeah,
That's super cool. That's super cool.
yeah.
Now, if he does that for Star Tours and he plays the little droid up there that's checking your luggage, that'd be cool too.
Brock Sampson.
I'd be down.
He is the man.
Oh, that was a hell of a
All right,
segue.
enough
What,
about me.
how was your? Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's a hell of a segue. How was your week, Duke?
I mean, uneventful. I'm heading to Vegas tomorrow for a birthday
Oh,
weekend
that's
thing.
right.
So I will be in Jack's neck of the woods for a few days. We'll try to sync up, but it kind of came up late, and so stuff has already been kind of planned out. So hopefully we'll be able to cross paths
So
at least
much
for a
stuff.
drink or
Yeah.
for a drink or a meal or something.
Quick
But
makeout sesh.
yeah.
The usual. That beer tickles.
Wait.
We love it.
Yep.
So so yeah, so that's last weekend didn't do too much. I got new blinds in the living room. That was about the extent of it. Homeowner,
So adult.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hashtag adulting. Yeah, just working. Softball starts up a week next, not this weekend, the weekend after. So hopefully the weather will
Yeah.
be decent for that. But yeah,
We
that's it.
are in spring now, so
Yeah. How
other
about
than them
yourself, Lou?
showers.
Yep.
It's been this week has been crazy. Work has just been crazy, just a lot going on. But as a I'm an HOA manager, like I said before, and in this industry, this is our busy season. This is when it starts. We have to get landscape contracts in place and so on and so forth. There's just a lot of things happening now. Spring walks, get vendor work to be done. So HOA meetings, I've had back to back over 12-hour days. Today was finally a calmer day. More meetings tomorrow. Didn't do crap this past weekend for the most part because I knew it was going to be a crazy week. I'm like, let me just sit in, enjoy this, put whatever game I'm going to have in front of me to play, whatever shows to catch up on. Halo was one of them, season 2. I'm down to the final episode now. So I think Friday it comes out or Sunday it comes out. Whatever day it comes out, I'm caught up is the point. So
Give
I
me
did
my
that.
armor.
Exactly, man.
Where's my armor?
I said this in the thread, but for y'all folks, season 1 started off fantastic. I love what happened in episode 1, and then for me, it went downhill from there. Season 2, complete opposite. It started off, I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine, whatever. I'm not all that thrilled. But the more I watch, I'm like, oh, damn, now I'm really into it. So this whole inverse thing is happening, and I like it. I'm looking forward to this finale coming up. But overall, it's been a busy work week, but social, dude, I haven't done jack really. Went out to dinner tonight, and that was the first thing I did in like 6 days. So,
Did you? Are you finally buying in on Cortana? Just to circle back to what we talked about last week.
you know what? After hearing what you said about her, I gave her a better chance and an actual her own chance instead of comparing to this, and I've been fine with her since. So coming back to watching episodes, I guess it would be episodes. I don't want to say 4, 5, 6, 7 or 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Where she's actually more involved anyway. And I was like, okay, let's let her be her own thing. And no problems anymore. It was like, okay, I like what's happening, and I'm curious. Like, I'll have to ask you guys because, and Jack, I don't think you've seen it yet, right?
No.
Okay,
but
then
I know
Duke.
the timeline. So,
well, I'm just curious. Like, is this stuff that's happening in season 1 and 2? Is this stuff that happened in the game?
It's pre-game. It seems like I was looking at the titles of the episodes. I think season 2 ends at Reach, right, Duke?
Well, it starts at Reach.
The
whole it starts
basically
at Reach.
season 1. So I kind of almost view it as like a alternate dimension. Like they're all variants to coin a Marvel term. Like because the events
we're in the multiverse.
Like the events that happen in season 1 don't line up really with anything that happens in any of the games. It's very much when Halo the games start, spoilers, #spoilers, you're basically on the ring, and you're within the first hour of the game, you're on the ring and you're going, right? And there's no artifacts, there's no, all of that kind of stuff is done outside of your character, right? Like there's stuff that comes up where there's artifacts and that type of stuff, but you don't actually interact with them at all. Where in the series, they don't even get to the Halo until, like, again, more spoilers, until like episode 8. So there's a bunch of stuff that happens that doesn't actually happen in any of the games. And that's because it's because the it's a shooter game, right? So if you spend 3 hours just walking around, like interacting with things, that's fine. But I mean, this is the
But does it make for a good TV?
right. Does it make
Right.
does it sync up with what you would expect a shooter game to be? No, you land on the you start out the Halo 1, you start out on the ship and you're getting attacked, and you're going through and you're just wasting Covenant from the jump. And they don't even
Sergeant
really
Johnson's there kicking ass, chewing his
right.
cigars.
But they don't even get to in the TV show that isn't even really a thing up until halfway through the season.
Is that McKee character in the games?
No.
Okay.
McKee's not in the
That's
game at
completely
all.
made up. Okay, got it.
So that's why I was saying it's kind of a parallel universe type of thing. Because
All right.
it has the same general characters, like sadly Johnson's not in it, but Keyes also in my opinion, Keyes is almost a stand-in. That's why I want Jack to see it, because I want to have this conversation with him at some point about the differences and the similarities.
Think,
and yeah.
I mean, like I said, as somebody who's like not played the game, like I said, I know about it, saw it played very little bit of it. My dad was all about it. And episode 1, season 1 was like, oh, cool. They're fighting and all this. Great. And then it went to drama. I'm like, where's the fighting at? And the rest of the whole damn episode, the series. And then we go to season 2 and it's much better. So as somebody who hasn't seen it, I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay. I understand what was happening and I understand the drama. If I was going in to watch a drama, I would have been fine with Halo, but I wasn't expecting that. So what they gave me was episode 1.
Right.
And then it switched to this. I mean, I think I even texted in the middle of the night when I was watching season 1, episode 1. And I was all like, are we about to have another Wolf and Cub bullshit story?
I remember that text.
And And I was like, oh, here we go again. I was not happy. But again, once I switched my mindset to, okay, it's a same. Look, I'm a complete segue. Logan. I absolutely hated the movie Logan when I first saw it, but only because that's not the movie I was expecting to see. Now, once I saw it, changed my mindset, went back to watch it again. I'm like, holy crap, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. But because I was expecting the drama this time and that story this time, it was just like, I'm soaking it all in. It was like, I cannot believe how good this is. But that's not what I expected the first time I saw it. So I'm just like so pissed off at Logan. I was like, oh, we're going to go have this badass X-Men spinoff type movie. And I kind of got it, but not how I wanted it. But mindset flipped and boom, great movie. So, but all right. I mean, again, I'm liking what I'm seeing now with Halo. I don't know if there's going to be a season 3, but I'm liking season 2. And I'm actually like, I wasn't looking forward to the end of season 1. I was like, okay, I'll just finish it to say I finished it. Now I can't wait to see what happens. So.
Yeah. I still get chills when I hear Cortana say chief, like, cause that's me, you know, again, I have the 25 years
memories of that.
Yeah. And so,
right on.
You know, when they're interacting, like that's my jam right there. Is them interacting with each other. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm all about it. Like that's the stuff where I do the DiCaprio Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where I'm like, yes, let's go.
She said it.
Right on.
She said the thing.
Okay, so, that's cool. That's cool. I have a feeling when Gears of War is finally out there, I'll be doing a lot of that with Gears of War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, again, that has the same type.
I wonder if you'll think the same about Borderlands, because we played Borderlands.
We did play Borderlands, so
I don't. I'm
curious. I'm curious how, when that one comes out, how that's going to be. Like, obviously, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give Fallout a chance. I never played Fallout. I just saw it played. So I'm curious. I mean, I'll give it a shot. And I think, I think before I even saw Halo Season 1, Duke, you even said, oh, it might be in your best interest that you didn't play the games.
Yeah. I mean, so you don't have the attachment. You don't have that expectation or that attachment.
Yeah, like, I don't have the expectation of anything. And so when I saw it, so
I'll be honest, for me, the Borderlands trailer was super, super underwhelming. Like there was nothing there that
I don't know if I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it either.
It was fine, but there wasn't anything. But again, I also think the end of Borderlands is one of the worst endings of a video game I've ever played. So,
okay.
You know,
The meat of Borderlands is fun. Playing the game is fun, but the story's always been kind of weak.
Yeah, the story is just whatever. You play Borderlands to get into that universe and just go do random shit. That's the fun of
Right.
Borderlands.
If you
Speaking
want
of
good
trailers,
Borderlands story, you have to play that the Telltale one. That one was fun.
I don't know if I did that one. Crap.
I can't play games that have
I
quick
think I
time
own
events.
it. I think I owned it. I don't
That's
think I
my
played it
biggest
yet, though.
problem.
It's typical
I've
me.
never-
Own a game,
even-
don't play it.
Even back in Dragon Lair, I was never really good at the
Oh,
hit the Q, hit the
quick
X,
time.
hit the V.
Man.
I hate.
Dragon Slayer.
So did you not play Walking Dead then, D?
No, I tried to
Oh,
play the
man,
first
you guys
one,
are
but I just
missing out.
couldn't. I know. I've watched videos of all the cutscenes because I'm like, I can't. It just would be frustrating. Like I just
Okay.
Supposedly, I think
You're not quick enough.
Well,
It's not
going-
sex, Jack. Of course
not that I want to tangent off, but Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess, had a bunch of QuickTime events, but you could turn those off, and I'm like, that's
Oh.
awesome.
Hmm.
The
But
Telltale one?
yeah, I think it was the last one that came out, the one that got really good reviews.
Huh.
But I mean, when your game is all QuickTime events, when you're not dialoguing, then I mean, you can't just turn those off because then what the point is? What's the point of the game? But
All right. Well,
So-
you mentioned freaking. We hadn't watched that trailer yet. Acolyte, thoughts?
So did you watch the trailer?
I did watch the trailer, and I was right.
And?
Exactly spot on what I said was going to happen, which was
That's what I told you.
yeah, you did confirm it. It was basically all action, no real plot, exactly, which we don't want anyway. I don't want the show spoiled, so I'm happy about
Right.
that. But nothing woke because they can't afford to have anything woke in there. But if the show stays like the trailer and they stay away from politics, I don't mean in universe politics. I mean our real world politics. I think the show is going to be great. I had no problem with the trailer in the sense of okay, I could watch this. It's just that did they cut out some of the crap that I'm quote unquote expecting? And I say quote unquote because now I'm going to try to not expect anything like that and just let the show do its thing because I was absolutely fine with the trailer. I was expecting that type of trailer, but I was fine with it. I'm like, all right. I know for whatever reason it's getting ratioed. I believe it's because there's no like white people in it, white males specifically, and people are probably dogging it because of that. But I saw some
They are.
like
Well,
the Star Wars channel. Hold on.
Sorry,
the Star
yeah.
Wars channel itself had like 130,000 upvotes, 130,000 downvotes. I'm like, that's not a good sign. But you know, people are going to be hating because they want to be hating. I'm one of them. I'm a hater too, all the way with the woke shit. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm going to give it a chance. And as long as they don't throw it in front of me, we're going to be fine. Go ahead, dude.
I was gonna say, like, again, the squeaky wheel, right? Like, it's one of those things. Like, you go and you look at like the NRA, right? The NRA is actually like a very, very small lobbying group in the grand scheme of things, but because they have so much money and their people are so loud, even though it's a very small group of people, that it's very loud. And that's the way it is on all of these social media sites. Is like there might only be a few hundred of them, but that's, they're determined enough to make sure that they're getting attention,
Whether
it's negative or positive, right?
I mean,
again, attention is attention.
Okay, I was gonna say sort of, but 130 upvotes and 130,000 each down. That's pretty. That's
Again,
a lot.
It's not that hard to create a script that creates YouTube accounts. Again, we can go and create 5 accounts each right now in fucking 5 minutes for YouTube accounts, right?
Mhm.
And there's people out there that are smart enough to run scripts that are going to do, whatever you want them to do, whether it's negative or whether it's a net negative or a net positive, right? And I'm not saying all 130,000 votes are that way, but I've seen
On
enough
either side.
stuff. I've seen enough stuff where you go really, like, there's how, like, I can't even tell you the last time that I gave a thumbs up or a thumbs down to something, right? Like, you're really telling me, like, if you watch it on your TV, it's not like there's a big thumbs up and a thumbs down button on the screen. You're telling me that 130,000 people, either way, positive or negative, that 130,000 people went, oh, I need to vote this down. No, or I need to vote this up, right? In this case, I'm guessing it's probably more the down. Is more disgruntled white guys that have little dicks that are down, that are using their free time after they've gotten laid off from their job to write these scripts. And I mean, again, you don't even have to write the scripts. You have your AI write the scripts these days. Like we can go right now to OpenAI and say, hey, create a script for me to downvote a video in YouTube, and I guarantee you it'll give you something
for our videos on YouTube. Shit.
All right, I'll do that after the show.
I appreciate it.
Right? What the hell, man? Hook us up. Hook us up.
But
Right?
I'm just saying, I'm saying that in this day and age, that type of stuff is
okay. But my point is, actually, we'll take your point. If that's happening on both sides, and let's just say 50% of those are fake, it's still not a good sign that half the people are up and half the people are down. You go look at other trailers, some quote unquote good trailers, and you've got 80,000 positive to 10,000 negative, when those people could have done the negative voting and all that shit, and they didn't. Because if the show, here's my thing. I don't understand how you're thumbing down a trailer when you don't know shit about shit.
Right.
The only argument that I could see is, not enough white males in the show. Okay, well
that's not even a good argument though.
I agree. I was like, I understand that your fan base is probably 50% white males. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just guessing. That's what it seems like it would be. So you think you'd want to quote unquote cater to your audience so you get people to come watch your show, but you don't have to. I mean, if you write a good show, it won't matter if there aren't any white males in it.
I guess I guess a follow-up to the YouTube thing is, how do they know how many downvotes it has? Because YouTube doesn't show that anymore.
There's extensions for it, so you can find out. I think I used to have it on my old computer, but yeah, there's extensions you can get, and you can see all what the downvote actually
is. All about extensions.
I guess I don't care enough to see what the downvotes are, so I guess I just don't. I've never looked into it.
Again, it's like we were talking about earlier. People live in this negative space, and I just don't have the energy or the bandwidth for it. I like what I like. You give me a Star Wars trailer, I'm going to take for what I see. I'm like, okay, cool. There's some Jedi. Somebody's killing them. I'm not looking at the race. But again, I'm a straight white dude, and I don't look for that stuff. Because there's enough straight white dudes in all my entertainment that it's not a thing to me.
That makes sense enough. And for me, it's like a conversation we had in the thread. This whole, I just don't like the hypocrisy. And the left, with that hypocrisy of, we're inclusive. Really? You're inclusive? Of everybody except for white males. I don't like that. If you want to be diverse. But doesn't diverse mean to include white males also? You have everything if you're diverse, right? You don't just eliminate a group of people and call yourself diverse. That's not how that works. That's the part that bothers me. Male. That nobody can tell. I can't. I was pleasantly surprised that they got him back in there, Jonas, to be a Wookiee. I was glad to see that. I thought he was great. I met him here at Denver Comic-Con. Total awesome dude. So pleasant to chat with. That's bad grammar. Into that with a preposition, but whatever. It's a quirk of mine. We'll get to that later.
Are we going to get to it? Because
maybe we've only rambled for 35 minutes. We're good.
Yeah.
But for me, that's the thing. Like, it's like, okay, fine, be diverse, be whatever. Just make sure you're inclusive of every. If you're going to say, "Oh, we have to have this, we have to have that," we're going to put a white male in it. We're going to make sure that person's the bad guy. It's like, okay, fine. I mean, if that's what it's going to be, at least there's a white guy in it. So I just don't understand, like, why diverse means no white people or no white guys. Girls, you can be whatever you want. I mean, the Disney and whomever, they don't care. They'll put whatever race girl in, as long as they have a female in there. But white guys, man, good luck. Like, if you two wanted to be an actor right now, you can only be a bad guy. That's just how it is.
Thank you for standing up for us, Lou. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Lou. Good luck out.
You know what? Yeah. I'm offended for you.
You're an ally. You're a white.
Yeah,
you know what?
Absolutely.
You know what? Let's just be clear. You're probably more offended about it than me and him combined.
Oh, easily. That's not even close. Yeah. No argument there. 100%. 100%.
Okay, well,
bottom line, hold on. Bottom line though,
yeah.
I did like the trailer. I thought the show looked good. I said it before even all this that I was going to give it a chance anyway and let the writing speak for itself, let the show speak for itself, and not worry about what's going off on the side with all these woke people or people who think it's woke. Screw you. It might be. It might not be. Why don't you freaking watch it and find out? So come early June, I'm going to watch it and find out. And woke or not, it's Star
Sith,
Wars.
Lou. You're gonna love it.
I was gonna say, woke or not, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna watch it no matter what. And the fact that it's Sith based, I'm gonna watch it twice. Like, let's be real. It's gonna be my jam. It's gonna be my jam.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys saw the aliens? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Did you watch Aliens, Lou? The new trailer?
No, I missed that. I'll do that after this. I'll watch the trailer after this. I forgot about that one.
So, last episode, Duke ended with an ominous question. I have a question for you, Lou. So, Duke, do you remember what that question was?
That was a long time ago. A lot's happened since then.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. Can you ask it in my tone of voice, though? Like,
go ahead, Jack. You got to drop it a little bit. And...
so, what's with the gloves, Lou?
Okay, Beavis and
all
Butthead over there.
All of a sudden, I'm 35-year-old butthead.
Exactly.
Lou, what's with the gloves, Lou?
Yeah, the gloves are pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
All right.
Hey, Lou, turn your head and cough.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shut up, asswipe. So the gloves thing. Okay, so one of my quirks is this gloves thing, and it's really food related and food touching my hands, and specifically, wet food, sticky food, messy food like Cheetos and Doritos, barbecue ribs, chicken wings, pizza. Most everything that's gonna put something on your hands. I don't want to touch it, so I have gloves in my car. I have gloves on the inside of my coat pocket, and gloves just like when I had an office at work, kept them there. That way, wherever I went, I had gloves with me because I never know what I'm going to eat, never know what's going to happen, some last minute stuff. And I want to make sure I have gloves with me so I don't have to touch the food. If I don't have gloves, I will ask the wait staff if they can bring me gloves. This true happened. I was at a work event, chilling in a suite at the Pepsi Center, watching a basketball game or a hockey game. What's that? Oh, well, no. This one was the Pepsi Center. It was long enough ago that it was the Pepsi Center. That's why, or I would have called it the sack. But yeah. So I went there, forgot my gloves, or the what is it? The gloves that I had in my inside jacket pocket. I ran out, stash was gone. So yeah. I literally, because they had wings, they had ribs, and a bunch of messy stuff that I wasn't about to pick up, and I wanted to eat, especially since I wasn't paying for it. And I asked the lady who was running the suite, it's like, hey, excuse me, I know it's kind of a weird thing, but you happen to have like gloves on you or in the kitchen that you can bring me a pair of gloves? I have this thing and I can't touch this. She's like, yeah, no problem. So literally, she went. 5 minutes later, came back, brought me 4 gloves. That way, throughout the night, if I could cycle and not have to eat one time and that's it. And I don't want it touching me. Now, here's the thing: it's really just about food. If I'm outside, need to touch something, okay, fine. Sex, touch something, okay, fine. But if it's food,
that was going to be my question.
Yep.
Sticky and wet, and I'm just saying.
Dude, you ain't wrong. I will come up looking like a glazed donut in my hands too. I will get all up in that. Not a problem. But the moment it's strawberry jam, Jello, what is it? Jelly, anything like that. Like I'm making toast, I will put a glove on because the crumbs get over me, the butter might get on me, the jelly might get on me. The potential of it getting on me is enough that I'm putting a glove on. And the same thing with like raw meat. No, I need to cook a steak, pork, chicken, whatever. I'm putting gloves on. I will handle it then. And then the gloves come off, but I do not want to touch it at all.
Has it always been that?
You've gotten worse, actually.
I agree.
Because before it was just like wings and ribs. But when we were out one time with my girlfriend and she took them out of her purse for you, I was like, what the fuck do you need gloves for? We're not eating ribs or anything. And she's like, nope, he needs it for this stuff now too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I agree. It's gotten worse probably the last 10 years. It's like different things will add on to it. Like I've always never liked the Cheetos and Doritos and stuff, but I could usually
Right.
tolerate it. You know, 2-finger it and just deal with
Right.
it. Now, I have the latex or vinyl gloves for most of the stuff, but I'll do the cheap lunch lady thin plastic gloves for like the Cheetos and Doritos. I don't want to waste good gloves on that because I'm cheap as hell. So I ain't
Or
trying
you
to
should use
waste gloves on
chopsticks
that.
like She-Hulk.
I thought
Mhm.
about that. I even got the Star Wars chopsticks from all the celebrations we've been to. I got like 7 different sets, and I thought about that, but it's like, no, that's too much work. Then I have to clean the chopsticks, or I can just put on a lunch lady glove, eat my Doritos,
Okay.
and which I dip in chicken salad. That's a thing, and then just throw them away and call it a day. It's dude, trust me. Chicken. Speaking of your girlfriend, that was her idea.
All right.
Chicken salad, Doritos. I get them at Sam's Club. Oh, so good. And to your question, Duke, I think you asked how long this been. I probably the last. It wasn't a forever thing. This is probably the last 20 years since you know me, Jack. Yeah, I've been like
Yeah,
that with
you've
so
always had a thing with like ribs. Like we
Okay.
go to TC's or something, you're like
Yep.
cutting it. Like
Mm-mm.
you wouldn't even use gloves before. You would just cut it
Yeah.
with a knife and fork.
Yep.
But the
Yep.
gloves are new, and like you said, like the last 5-10 years or something. It's just gotten to that level.
Yeah, it's basically a convenience thing. Some people's like, oh, just wash your hands afterward. It's not about that. And some people are like, oh, do you have a germ issue? Nope, not at all. I don't like the way it feels on my hands. It's a complete texture thing. I do not like the way my finger. It's like I look at them and I'm just freaking. I look at my hands, and there were times where stuff would get on my hands, and I'm kind of freaking out. And then somebody, whoever's in my circle, would just throw a napkin on my hand just so I could instantly get rid of it because I get stuck. I get to this daze and I don't know what the hell to do with myself. And then somebody's like, "Oh crap, he's freaking out," and they throw a napkin on my hand. Then I take it from there because but yeah, definitely. So to answer your question on the good. It is. Look, I first to admit it. It's a quirk of mine. I have no problem. I've had it for a while. I meet new people, especially in the industry, and we go to work events, and there's ribs or whatever, or something messy like that at the station, and they see me bust out a glove, and the first question is, "Did you have those gloves on you?" I'm like, "Yes, I did."
Yep. I came with them.
Sure to hell, I didn't know what the food was gonna be here, so I had them just in case.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's one of my many. With me being OCD, that's one of my many quirks. I got so many. I think Jack, you mentioned it the other day. Volume. If you got volume on the radio or the TV, and that's digital, and I can see it, you better have that thing on a multiple of 5 or an even number. Do not put the air conditioner, Jack, on 69. You put it on 60.
Baby. Yeah.
You put it on 68. Now here's the thing, though. That only matters if I see it. If you want it on 69, tell me to close my eyes, change it to whatever you want to change to, make sure the screen clears and goes back to the radio station so I don't see what the volume is, and it's fine. Or the TV at home, don't care if I don't see it. But if I see it, and if it's on odd number or not multiple of 5 like that, I am going to be, whoever's got the remote, I am staring at you like, really? What is, you know better than that. I will look at you until you change it. And that's the thing.
So how do you add the 1 then? Like, where does that come in?
When the other girl comes in?
No, because you can't 69. So how do you 70?
Exactly. We bring the other girl in.
There you go.
That's how you do it, man. You
69 plus 1. There we go.
Yeah, 68. I do you. You owe me 1, and 70. Bring a friend in. We got it covered.
All right, good. As long as you have it addressed, that's the important part to me.
Oh yeah. That's we're not leaving that stone unturned. Come on. What about you guys?
Like that? No,
I was gonna say, you guys have
phobias or if we get into general mental health issues, I got a list. But like a weird phobia or anything like that, I don't know.
What about your OCD we talked about it the other day? Your completionist stuff, remember? You were trying to preach to the choir on that one.
Yeah. Some of that is. I'll go back and I'll be like, you know what? I skipped this in this collection of whatever I'm buying, but now I need it because I got the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's why that
live without it. I don't.
That's why that McFarlane Batman animated series figure is just in my cart because I know if I buy it, it's
right.
It's all of a sudden now I got to buy all 4.
No, so I'm like, say you got 3 more to get.
And now it's like, oh shit! As long as he doesn't do Build-A-Figs.
Oh shit!
Right?
Oh my god, I hate those. But yeah, Jack, I think, yeah, you're definitely right. I could see you not having to go and finish it. Me? Oh hell no.
Oh
I
yeah,
look
you
at.
would for sure.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't. Like, man, one of these we'll have to maybe end of this one if we have time. We'll talk about Celebration Anaheim when we went pin hunting, and
Oh.
I went ballistic. So there were like 50 something pins to get, some from the Celebration store, some from vendors, and I made it my mission. I swear I ended up with 3 sets that Celebration.
Is that when we met in the lobby and you were like, "What you got? What you got?" And then
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, okay, I'm sorry. Here, just take the
Sorry.
bag."
Here, take everything, sir. Take it. Take it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun though, and it helped for the next celebration because Jack's like, well, I ain't got to worry about pins. Lou's definitely gonna get everything, so he was there to help, and it was fine. Even the big helped us, and it was fine.
Mhm.
But if it wasn't, and Jack had stuff to do, he knew I had it covered.
Yeah. As long as
That
we
was
were
fun.
able to go in the store in the morning, get our allotment of blind picks and the
And the
daily exclusives.
Yep.
The rest of it was like, here, Luke, go do your thing.
Like, okay, I'll catch up with you guys later. Have fun.
Yep.
All right, Duke, you got any quirks?
I asked a couple people and they couldn't think. I mean, it's not a quirk. I get I'm trying to think. I can't really like. One of my friends says you get mad at video games. And I go, well, that's not really a quirk.
Okay, hello.
That's
I'm American.
Right? It's like I'm an American.
I'm a white American male. That's
hello.
I'm bred. I've been bred
I'm used
to get
to
mad
winning.
at video games. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm never used to losing.
Until the Acolyte,
Oh,
where you're nowhere to be found.
Right. You have that thing with heights. Like we went to Staples Center a couple times.
Yeah.
You're like, no, sir.
Yeah.
Because we were sitting up on the wall or some
The
shit.
football
to watch
game
wrestling.
too, right?
You know what? Let's
game.
just bring this full circle. Let's go back to the Disneyland trip.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
The first when I knew the day was going to be shitty is we're walking into DCA and Jax Little is like grabs my hand and says, "Let's go on the jumping jellyfish." And I'm like, "Nah, kid, I ain't going on jumping jellyfish." And she's like, "Come on, I'll protect you." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Nope." So we walk up there, and then the girls like, we go to it takes us forever to figure out where the special line is, which is weird because usually most of those are pretty
next to each other.
Marked pretty well, right? So we finally get to the short line, right, or get to the right line, and the girl asked her how many, and I think there was five of us,
yeah.
So then she goes 5, and then she goes, okay, well, who's gonna ride with who? And then Jack's wife's like, I guess I'm riding with the big. And then I'm holding her hand, and all of a sudden I look down and she's gone, and she's on the other side. She's like, I'm riding by myself, and I'm like, you mother. So Jack and I rode together, which again, that weight limit problems. Like those rides are for little kids. Those rides ain't like I'm trying to put the seatbelt on. I'm like, I need an extension. Can I get an extension?
Right.
Like, and then we go up, and I'm like, nope. And all of a sudden, because Jack, we've known each other for 25 years. Jack is like, okay, let's look over at the pond. Oh, look, the lights. Like, how do they do the show? And he totally like made it better. Like, so he salvaged the ride, but he definitely knows. Again, like you, distracted,
so sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I mean, we may have held hands, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh,
were doing
that-
we
before,
had
just
the-
walking
I'm
through
gonna
the
say
park.
that went without saying. Come on, now.
We had the same shirt on, so it was fine.
By hands you mean penises. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the whole 30 seconds of that ride.
Well,
But
that makes
That's all
sense.
it needed.
I was gonna say
But yeah,
that makes
I mean-
sense. You can do it twice in that time.
yeah,
Right?
but yeah,
Not the same week, but I'm
it's-
just saying.
And again, I mean, the ride maybe goes up
Getting
maybe
older.
50 feet, maybe if that.
That's super high. Yeah.
And,
Oh, wow.
And even then, I'm like, nope. It's
I don't remember
If I
this one.
can't-
Did we ride that?
I don't
When
think
we were there?
did. But
Yeah.
he,
I don't remember
he
that.
also
Okay,
doesn't like
okay.
soaring over California either, though. Because I think you were sitting next to him for soaring too.
Yeah. Wait, you
But
didn't
we were
like
at the
that
bottom.
virtual? Okay, yeah.
No, I can't even do. I like moving
I-
rides with my vision. Like
Oh, gotcha.
I can't separate my brain doesn't have the ability to
Like
go,
he
hey,
knows
this
it's
is just
fake,
a
but his brain's
yeah,
like, nope, this is for real,
yeah.
and you
Like
gonna die.
my
Okay.
emotional core just kicks in, and I just have a full on like panic attack. Like it's not even like
Gotcha. I
you
see.
know.
I remember that Avengers ride where you're like, nope, I'm gonna sit here with all y'all shit right here on this bench. Y'all have
Oh
fun.
yeah, the roller
I
coaster.
ain't
Yeah,
doing
no,
it at all. That
The
goes up and down.
Disney the
That was the
Disney
Avengers ride, right?
no, the Goofy
the
Sky Ride.
Incredicoaster.
Incredicoaster, yeah. Incredicoaster, nope.
Incredicoaster.
But
Oh, see,
even the
I'm thinking I thought it was an Avengers one. You just went straight up and then down and up and down.
oh, that's
And
the Guardians of the
Oh yeah,
Galaxy.
no, Hollywood.
oh,
That was
there we
the
go.
Guardians. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
that's the one I remember
Nope,
where we sat
that's
down and Duke was like, "Not no, but hell no."
nope.
And it was like,
Nope.
leave all your stuff here. Trust me, it'll be protected. There's no way I'm
Yeah.
changing my mind and getting on that ride. You are good.
To-
That's the one I remember.
to be and to be fair, me sitting there got you 2 minutes from getting a number from one of the people that starred in Willow. Just saying, Lou.
That
Like,
is
it's not, you know.
This is true.
She acknowledged
Okay.
you on the way out. She was like, "What's up?"
That is true. That is true. That was a good time. That was a good
Yeah.
time.
Now we're
And then
BFFs
plus
with
when you were
Infy's
waiting,
Nest.
what's that?
We're BFFs with Infy's Nest now.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
And then plus, I think Duke, while we were in that ride, you got to see some of the cast members come out from that Guardians Day. Like you ran into a couple of them that was like, "Oh, you saw this person or you saw that person." Can't remember who it was, but I don't know if it was Star Lord or somebody else. Somebody had come out, and you were like, "Oh, I got to see this person." I'm like, "Oh man, that's cool."
Yeah, they were walking with I think they were walking with their handler, because usually
Yeah.
they'll get a handler for the day
Yep.
that'll get them on the rides right away. I don't remember who that was. I need to have my phone out more so I can take pictures of these people, so that way I can be like, I don't know who this is. Who is it? And
Just get a
Right.
body cam. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But-
you got a backpack. Just strap the body cam to it.
but I
call it a
mean,
day.
you know, my only and this is how like screwed up my brain is. I can do Indiana Jones as long as I don't have to wait in line. If I have to wait in line and think about it too much, I'm out. Like there's been times where I've been in line and the line's too long, and I'm like, I think about it too much. I psych myself out, and I'm like, I gotta go.
What's wrong
and-
with that ride? Like, what's the issue with that one?
It's it's kind of the heights and also the
okay.
speed, because I don't do roller coasters or anything. So
Oh,
the
I
Indiana
forgot about
Jones
the
ride
speed,
is
man.
is a
and
huge thing
jerky.
for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And-
That leads me to the next question right away. Because as soon as you said that, my first thought was, then what ride there or rides would you like? Dude, I will wait a few hours for that ride if I have to. What's the
Star
one?
Tours.
Okay.
Rise is one of the few that even Jack was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, there's a drop and you fall.
Okay.
And I was like, well,
But-
let's just see what happens. And like, again, I think because it's Star Wars, like in my head, I can
it's different.
like
Okay.
associate like
Your
that
love
is-
of Star Wars is up here, and your fear of heights is down here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So-
So Rise and Star Tours. Jack, how about you? If
Like,
you
what
had
would I
to
wait in
wait,
line for?
if you had to wait, let's say you didn't have any kind of fast pass, it's like, you know what? I won't wait in line for whatever amount of hours for this, but I will for this.
Definitely Rise. I
Right,
love
okay.
that ride. It is probably one of the best rides. And if we ever get to Florida, the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster there, amazing.
and Tron.
Okay.
Duke
I
wouldn't
think
like
you
it,
guys
but
would like Tron too.
Tron is fun. It is fun. We went
That's
on that
Florida?
one last year. Yeah, it's in
That's
Florida.
Florida. Okay. All right.
Or Japan. They have it in Japan, so when we go next year, you can
Oh,
go on.
I was gonna say we'll try.
Japan
try
was
next
the first
April.
one, right?
Yeah, Japan had it first.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But yeah, so for whatever reason in my head, I can disassociate with Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Again, the rock drop. Like the first time I did the rock drop, I thought I was going to throw up all over, but then like I was okay. Even the drops on Pirates, like the drops on
Man,
Pirates,
I was
make
just
me,
thinking
like,
that.
the rocks on the drops on Pirates, like I have to be distracting myself. So that's why I'm yelling. That's why I'm doing all of the stuff to just
Okay.
like engage my brain other than what's happening. But even then, on most of the roller coasters and stuff, I can't do that. It's not enough because I've psyched
Right.
myself. And the drop on Pirates, for example, is what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds,
Yeah,
It's
it's,
not
dark.
long
It's
enough.
not even 10 seconds, like
and
2.
it's pitch black dark. So it's not like the worst part about that is when you bump into the boat ahead of you and throw your back out.
No, the
You
worst
know.
part was the drop when you don't know it's coming. Y'all two assholes didn't tell me shit.
Again, we don't tell anybody about Star Tours too when we land on Naboo because that's just the funniest.
Ugh. Man, I was just like, oh, okay, why are you guys over there chatting? Well, the whole time for all y'all, this is my first time. I've been there in 17, what was it? 17 years, 27, 22 years, whatever it's been. It's been 27 years since I had been there, and we're on Pirates, and the two of them for all day we're all chatting together. We get on Pirates, and it's just them two chatting off to the side, just leaving me out of the conversation, waiting and waiting and waiting. And then we get through, and all of a sudden, there's this drop, and I lose my shit. I'm like, what the hell happened? I get wet, was not expecting any of that. They start busting up laughing. I look over at them too, just like, really? Y'all didn't want to share nothing with me? Nothing y'all wanted to say? Nope. Sure as hell didn't. Mm-mm. That was pretty funny. Ain't gonna lie. That was pretty funny.
Except for when we got stuck on there for
oh my
minutes.
God, 40 plus. I forgot. And then, then 2 minutes later, the ride broke, and we're stuck on there for. It was about a good 40 minutes minimum. Yeah. 40. It might have been longer, but it was at least 40.
Yeah.
Damn, that was wild.
But yeah, I think. I mean, cool. I guess that's my quirk. I think it's more a quirk than a fear because again, there are times when I can justify it, but it's a very small. Flying tomorrow, I'll be all Dramamine and hopefully drunk. Getting on the plane.
Just don't look out the window, right?
Flying is so much easier when you're buzzed. Let me tell you.
I can't see. I've grown up a military kid. I flew all the time. Doesn't bother me. But I imagine you're an aisle seat. Then you don't want to sit by the window. Yeah.
Well, and I like stretching my legs out, and you can't do that generally. If I can afford first class, I'll sit in first class, but that doesn't happen very often. So. But yeah, so the flying tomorrow, it'll be, I just got to stare at the seat. Normally when we get up to height, I'm okay after that. It's the up and like the turning that sometimes when they do like the hard turn to get going in the right direction, that to me, I'm usually like holding the back of the seat or holding onto the arm for a bit.
What are you like an hour 45 in the air?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
okay.
I think we take off at we take off at like 6:45 and we land at like 8:40.
Okay.
Like that. So,
do you distract yourself? Do you like watch a movie or something to keep yourself distracted?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll watch TV or listen to music. I can't read. Reading's too I can't.
Thing.
But I mean, when we went to Hawaii 3 years ago, that was rough because there was a ton. Even coming back in January, it was bad because there was so much turbulence. Like they straight up, 10 minutes in, they were like, okay, we're going to ask the flight attendants to get strapped in. And they cut service off.
Man, turbulence is the best part of a flight. I'm not going to lie. When we coming into Denver with the mountains and everything, and we always hit the turbulence. Oh, I love it. People freaking out on the plane. And again, growing up military, we flew around. We had to fly in some of those cargo planes, getting hot to Korea and stuff like that when we were in Japan. And it's a roller coaster to me, but I'm a big old smile on my face and watching everybody else panic on the plane. They're all freaking out like, oh my God. I'm just like big old grin like, yeah, let's do this again. Let's circle around. I'm like Eddie Murphy donkey all of this. Like, yeah, that's real good.
I was going to say something else along those lines, but I can't think of what it was. Whatever. Not important. So.
You have any flying issues, Jack?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Kind of like with your gloves. Like we used to fly all the time because when we lived in Washington, we'd fly home to California all the time. And this was something that came up like early 2000s, late 90s. Like, I mean, I never used to have problems. The first time I remember getting vertigo and like being like, what the hell is going on? Was I went to my friend worked in a movie theater and we went and watched Independence Day. And at the end, the big battle with all the ships and they're following, I got so sick and I was like, what's happening? Like I had to go stand in the bathroom for a bit because I was like, I don't even know. When it hits you for
COVID shot fucked you up.
Of course.
COVID in the 90s. I was proactively being tested for COVID. Is that or being vaccinated?
Now, were you coming back from China? I mean,
No, that was pig flu back then, man.
yeah, swine flu. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think I did enough this week. I don't have anything like what white people shit that Lou do this weekend. But
well, you did because you worked all week. You worked
Yeah.
12 hours.
damn, that's a
12-hour
good
days.
point.
That's pretty
You
wide,
put in
bro.
40 hours.
You work those 60+ hour weeks. That is some white people shit right there, especially some white collar shit right there. Damn.
Yep.
But I did notice, Jack. I see you have a new backpack in the background. I see that you're mixing it up back there. Chrysanthemum and what we got? Was that an X-wing?
Yep.
We do have
got
an
an
X-wing in the
R2D2
back. Is
Funko
that an
Pop in it.
R2? That is an R2
Yep.
Funko Pop. Check that out. All right, I got used
It's not
to the other ones. I was like, oh, so I'm mixing it up. Checking them out.
It's not
It's
a
not
static
the-
background.
Nope,
It's
not
not
at
the
all.
sparkly one it came with. I sold that one for like $300. So.
I was just gonna say that thing is worth some bucks.
Yep.
Even the
Gone.
official sticker one was worth like $700.
Yep.
Speaking of OCD and me and the completionist thing, I'm looking up right now at my Hollow Vader. That's about $700 from the Dallas Comic Con from like 2013 or something like that. I'm still one short of the Vaders. I need that same one with the Paris Comic Con sticker. About the same price,
Wow.
and I will pay it. I just can't find it is the problem. So OCD at its best and completionist at its best.
Yeah, that's
You need
how
a
we
French
are.
friend.
That's how Jack and I are with the badges from the last celebration.
Oh yeah,
We have the complete badge sets for everything except for the last one, right?
Yep.
London.
Did we get
Yep.
and the international ones? We didn't. I don't think I ever.
No, I haven't really. This is the first time I actually tried to get the international ones because they were actually good. Like
so
the
you
first
have all
couple Europe
of
ones were horrible.
L.A., Anaheim, Chicago, and Orlando. Every time they've been there,
And
you
in-
have
and
all of those
Indi-
badges.
and
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they did the badges in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they came in like a little plastic. They came in like a little like
Which one had the wood
soft-
box? Somebody had a wood
that was
box.
Three.
Celebration 3 had the wood box. Okay.
And then 4 had the
I have
4 had the lunch pail with the camera in it.
Oh, that's cool.
No, that was 2.
Was that 2? That was 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't start going till 3, so maybe that's why I remember the wood box one because that's when I went to.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And that one had the single-use camera in it and the set of badges.
Didn't even have to fix that in post. Check them out.
You
that is
don't
cool.
have the camera anymore, right?
Came right with the Sam Jackson, y'all.
Right.
Nice.
All right.
I had that single-use camera for a long-ass time. I don't know where it is now. But
I think I still have it. I have
somewhere
a Rubbermaid over here with all my miscellaneous Star Wars stuff. I think it's in there.
And then, I think the peak was the wood box. Like, after that, then they just started rubber banding them. I think the last couple we got were just, they didn't even bother.
No, Florida. I think the first Anaheim one, I think that came in like a plastic case or something. Like a clear plastic case or something.
Anaheim or Florida?
Florida,
okay.
It was Orlando. I think it was Orlando.
So if anybody out there has, all the people listening, anybody has, a spare.
Oh. 4 in LA was the one where they came like sandwiched on the ring binder almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember that. That was what
and then
LA07, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 5, they just had the plastic thing, and then after that, it's just been like rubber banded together.
They got you.
I think one time my rubber band even came broke.
So what you're saying is we need to figure out a badge storage system that's badass for the people who collected from 5 on, so we could sell it to them. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay.
Or just in general,
some wooden boxes.
Especially if you're into collecting autographs, like some of us are on them.
Yeah.
My Celebration 4 set is complete, though. I got all of them autographed by someone.
Okay, that's super cool. Yeah, right. That is super cool.
And that's actually my set with Hamill and Carey and Harrison. So that's pretty cool too.
Damn.
What was the first one you ever got? Was it Ray Park?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar? Nice.
Was
Because it
Was
came
there-
with when you
okay.
bought it from Star Wars Shop. They all came with Jar Jar.
Oh, he
Autographed.
autographed
They
it.
all came
Kicking
with. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, kicking it back to episode 1 of our podcast. No, 2. Episode 2 about Jar Jar.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we talked about. Yep. Damn, full
So
circle,
long ago.
y'all.
So long ago.
Yeah,
Shoot. I guess that's it.
yeah,
Yeah. Until next week, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Share with your friends. Send
Especially your foreign friends.
Do we have an email? Do we have an email account?
Yeah, we do. Vaguely inconsistent pod at Gmail.
So send
We're
us
on the
send us any,
Facebook.
if there's stuff that you want us to talk about, anything that you
Or
care
don't
about our
want-
opinions.
Or don't want us to talk about. I'm sick of
Yeah.
hearing about Halo. Okay, we'll stop talking about it.
Right? Okay.
Stop
Cool.
talking about them
Yeah.
gloves.
Any and all
I have a
feedback is
phobia of
appreciated.
gloves.
Yeah. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever you want to say. We want to hear it, folks.
Yeah.
We're on the Facebook.
Thank you for
the
joining.
Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Now
Uh-oh.
enjoy our cool outro music.
Uh-oh. Check it out, y'all.
Have a good night. Have
It's
a good
done
week,
in
guys.
post though, so enjoy. Bye.
Deuces.
Beep boop beep boop.